Morning peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries, Final Fantasy 14, part 366. Had one new subscriber overnight. Subscriber, can't talk. But it didn't notify me who it was, but you know who you are. Thank you very much for your subscription. Welcome to the family. Coffee got in touch, although I didn't get notified. I only found it purely by accident when I noticed I'd got a comment on yesterday's video, so I opened up in yesterday's session, and there was the comment by Coffee. Yeah, he was letting me know about this LP, Endwalker LP that I wanted to buy, but I couldn't get it because it was in euros, and in EU it doesn't give England as a country, or Great Britain, or the UK, so it wouldn't accept anything, because as soon as it kept saying missing field, and I thought, but you haven't got it on there and you can't type it in manually. Yeah, it's a convoluted way. You've got to bloody not change things in the program, but you've got to go into the Square Enix and change this to don't they want your money? Just as he says, it's convoluted and you only want to spend money with them, and yet they make it difficult. Now, if you want people to spend money, make it easy. Anyway, it was done. I've ordered it. It'll be here tomorrow. 24-hour shipping. Can't wait. Steam-driven music makers on the ready. All fired up. Put some coal in the boiler. Get the old turntable turning. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. How are we all doing on this, I forgot what day it is. Tuesday morning. It looks a miserable bugger out there. I haven't been out. I'm staying in. It's too bloody cold. Wrap up warm. Alright, and I've forgotten totally what we went to doing. We got the 5th circle to do. I remembered that. BitChute. I've got another couple of subscribers on BitChute. Well done, BitChute. Come on, pull your fingers out. Tell all your mates. You was winning for months on end. Right, and I can't remember what, not what I'm supposed to be doing, what to do. That's him. Duty Finder. Click it open, and it was this one, I think. Asphodelos. Oh, Abyssos. The 5th circle. Oh, right, okay. I was going to say it's not on there, because I was looking for Asphodelos 5th circle, but it's not. It's Abyssos, the 5th circle. Let's click him. Join 8-man team. Right, let's crack on. Anybody gonna be watching that Harry and Meghan thing tonight? Is it tonight? It's on Netflix. They fuck off, pair of them, moaning about how bad it is in their £15 million mansion and 16 bathrooms. And I can't afford to put me bloody heating on. They can piss off. They don't know what it is to have it rough. It's bloody laughable. Right. Oh, off we go. Hey, that was quick, wasn't it? Oh. Oh. Fell into that trap, didn't he? Ooh, I feel rough. I didn't have a shave this morning. Feel uncomfortable. I like to be clean shaven. I couldn't be bothered. I was a lazy bastard. Oh, I can't be arsed this morning. I'm too tired. Wait, it was like 6:30. No, at 7 o'clock. Mythic Creation Proto Carbuncle. Okay. Looks a horny bugger, doesn't he? Oh, matron. Right, team, here we go. What we got here? Oh, good looking characters. No, wrong one. That's what I want. Stay out of the way of that pointer. Right, they're all running around the back. Why? Ah, got ya. They know what to do. Oh, chuffing now, he keeps switching the floor around, doesn't he? Right, they're off round here. Round here. Goddess of magic, Sakura Yasuka. What the name is. Where are they going? Where are you going? Where are you going, love? I'm sticking with you. Right, come round here. Didn't shrink it down again, did I? I'm trouble seeing where she is. Ooh. What's happening? Shit. I don't like it when funny things happen because I don't know what's going to happen. Calm down, son. Bit of a sore loser, isn't he? Oh, crap. Oh, shit. Right, they're all running over here somewhere. Damn, I got too close to that. Shit. Oh well, par for the course, isn't it? Thank you. Hygienia or something. I'll look out for her name, give her a commendation later. Where are they? Over here. Coming out here now. Guess you've got to keep away from that red one, have you? Get out of there, Albert. Shit. What the hell? A couple of us got it that time. And somebody bigger mini team. Didn't do my health things, did I? I keep forgetting. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there, Albert. Where are they all? I was going to where they were. Me and Azio again. He's nearly gone. Come on, wake me up, we can finish him off. Come on. Cells of light, that's the ones you've got to keep away from. A bit difficult when he's throwing loads of other crap at you as well. Going to finish him off, aren't they? I think somebody healed me right at the very end, man. Not sure. Well done, team. Commendations. Nobody woke me up. So I don't get nothing from the coffer. Can't see nothing in the writing. Moving mic out of the way to help. Right. Is this one done then? So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Eric and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunate for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Ever alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Oh, bloody hell, we've got more circles to do, have we? Yeah. La Brea. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long. I believe we can forego introductions unless I have misread you. No, I remember him. Can't remember much about it, but I remember him. Paragon. I am all too familiar. Paragon. Charming appellation, but I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am La Brea of the Convocation of the 14th. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. What is this? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin ether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides, it is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Eric's wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Eric. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Eric, wait. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Brea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten. As are you. I have my answer. The La Brea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its denigration. Oh, hey up. Who is it? You sully this station with this farce? What are you saying? La Brea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Brea would never call me by the name Themis. Is it Athena? What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Ah. Elidibus. Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. What? Who? Clutch my pearls. "'Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. The Mask of La Brea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on what you so despise. Such trite provocations, I will not be goaded into finishing this here work. My work is done. Eric, listen well. I am Hephaestus, and it is I whom you should call father. What? I've lost it now. What in the... Yeah, same here, pal. What in the name of creation? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order. Elidibus, let us return to safety so you may provide it. Sounds more like the La Brea I know. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Brea said, I'm Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Please help him, save him. Oh. Where does that come from then? As you are aware by now, I'm known as Elidibus, after my dear friend Azif and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium. We decided the best course of action, hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Brea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would speak to you, my friend. Although neither Azif nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with his highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. I've heard stories that Mistress Venet, who held the high position of Azif previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. Aye, that she did. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that's enough for me to believe you would ever lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Ooh, goodies. Skill speed, direct hit rate, critical hit. Do. Speak with Eric. Eric the Harferby. You won't know that unless you're a Monty Python fan. don't know how long it's been since we last spoke. The truth being told, I had ever hoped we would never meet again. But I see now I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Brea, and why is he spitting image of your younger self? Find it hard to believe you only just found out such a being was wreaking havoc. Do you think matters would simply sort themselves out? Suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring, including the fact that Asif and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation for a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer enough to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Brea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy and desire. All the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. I'm sorry, falling asleep here. Bloody hell, waffle, waffle. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? I should take note of really what they're saying in it, because it'll pop up later and I'll be going, could somebody tell me what's going on? He is the product of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. Now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster unto our star. As Chief Keyword, it's my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. You would leave the other warders to their doom? It is a choice befitting La Brea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk. Yet, as you can see by Eric's response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Asif and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself. It was the only way I could truly determine the best solution. You need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring. No matter the cost, your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No. You've spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Albert has stood against. Stood against you, pal. Took you down. Albert, is it? A being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? I'm your worst nightmare, pal. He is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to his stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Albert. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision concluded by attachment. What the fuck does that mean? It's too soon to give up on saving the others. Lara Brea can't be trusted. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. Agreed, we still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt Lara Brea has been forthcoming with the truth. We've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on the path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as the emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even Lara Brea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seeing that you've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well, then in my capacity as emissary I shall state my judgment. At present there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers. Neither is yet an impossible task, therefore I judge that most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Albert's might and Eric's resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand and only then decide if our endeavour is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. Okay, needn't worry. Yeah, we won't fail. Come on, get it open. But it's been going on for like 12 minutes. You are bolder than I remember. You're even more tedious than I remember. Oh, he's like a spoilt teenager, isn't he? Take a compliment when it gives you one. And a petulant father and a spoilt teenager. What a combination, eh? Eric is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Oh, I do beg your pardon. I'm tired this morning. Right, speak with Eric. Where is he then? Is that him down there, is it? Yep, there he is. Eric. You do have my gratitude, ill fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, Lara Brea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realised the creation had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world. They don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Brea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more. Even if it was not La Brea that dealt the blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others. I only wish to know at least what befell her. What do you think, Albert? Does La Brea, you know, have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? He was always a man who worked from the shadows. He once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. No idea what he might be like in this age. He was always a man who worked from the shadows. Well, that in it and of itself isn't a reason for suspicion. He's one of the convocation who was fortunate. Naturally, not all of their activities are conducted within the public eye. But it's plain there is much to consider. Thank you. It's easy for me to get carried away. Focus on the task at hand. Gain control of Abyssos. I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about these depths than any of us. Will you speak to him for us? Bloody hell. Speak with La Brea. Couldn't you have just stood a few feet away? Eric appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Asif. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I've ever seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, as if never ceases to surprise. Oh, don't stand like that, Albert, please. Put your arm down. The previous Asif was much the same in taking the entirety of the star into consideration. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourself in this matter, the true danger of Asif's nature is its tendency to infect all those he comes into contact with. Emmett Sells said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. Yet you so frivolously invoke your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. You wish to know more of Abyssos. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keywords reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? Since no creations of note, perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper delves. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of hegemony. Keyword of Abyssos. Call her Hermione. Hermione, though her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. Yeah, she's got those eyes, shifty eyes. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. I bet you did, pal. That's all you wanted from her mind, was it? Well, I can sense those qualities within her still. There is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Prometheus, doubtless against her will. Albert Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Eric. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Pair, what pair, eh? Hey, sixth circle. Right. I don't know what I got out of here. Just having a look at me. Quick arm materia. Savage. I don't know if I got anything out of that. Doesn't say I was awarded anything because I was dead when I so. Right. Well, we'll do that one tomorrow. Got to speak with old Pauline. Just trying to get myself a bit of money. Spend 1,000 klebies. Could do with some of them fast travel crystal vouchers things. I don't know what they're called. I had a couple, then I've used them. Get on my mount. The quickest way, innit? Da 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 da. Pauline, what you got for us? They don't usually let me into the medical circuit, but having you here changes everything. Yes. I'm glad you didn't say, oh, you got to save your time because we ain't got none. Hello again, you and your friend are free to go through. You have my thanks. It's so tiresome having your freedoms limited. Anyway, let's make for Phoibos. Must be that big tower. He said I can go and have a look. Wait here, I'll let you know if I find anything. Okay. Whatever you say. Well, he showed me the control panel, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong. The records don't contain anything worth noting either. That's what you were worried about. You do realise the place has been around as long as Labyrinthos, and we've never had a single problem. Nor have you been able to confirm this change in the light's hue you speak of. Are you certain you didn't stare at the sun too long? We advise against that, you know. Damn right. Though we all do it as kids, don't we? I remember me doing it as a young kid. Staring at the sun. No wonder my eyes are fucked. They can talk down to me all they want, but I know what I saw. If there's something wrong, it simply means the root of the problem lies elsewhere. Let's go. Okay. Got a bit of me money back. Not all of it, some of it. Right, Pauline. Accept. Thanks for sticking around. It's nice to be believed. Clearly the problem doesn't lie here. We should move on. Let's take a look at the supply route that the fire expected ether travels along from the elemental reactor to the artificial sun. Learned a while ago that the sun automatically goes into overdrive to maintain its brightness if it gets less fire ether than it needs. If that's what's happening, then there might be a problem with the reactor's ether supply. I have to check the flow of the ether to see if there are any spots where it's abnormally weak. To do that, we need an etherometer. Borrow one from Merrill's Agronomics. Make sure we've got everything clear in here. Yeah, just a card game in there. I fed them a lie about helping with some research. Come on, let's see if we can pick up any abnormal readings. Just as I thought, the concentration of fire ether is too low. Seems to be weakest at an area south of here. That must be where the problem lies. You could tell that from... You are wise beyond your years. See, Flattery will get you everywhere, Albert. That's why stamp collectors get everything they ever want, because philately gets you everywhere. Well then, you've got I'll get me caught. You've got a father who's an expert in etherology and a mother who's a mathematician. You learn a thing or two. What's more, I was born and raised here. Let's get to the bottom of this. Identified the problem. There's an Ala here. They're normally only found near the elemental reactor. Can't say for sure if it came here on purpose, but either way it's clearly been feeding on the ether. Most of it travels underground, but the supply route is close to the surface here. Imagine the Ala must be pretty powerful at this point. If I can get my hands on that car, I could use it to convince the adults I was right all along. Slay the Anala. Is that the Inala? Ah. Come on. Got him. There you go. Have a core. Show me the core. There you go. It's invisible. So this is what an abundance of ether can do to their cores. It's massive. Father and the others will have no choice but to believe me when they see this. Do. We got fish, no good. Cod chowder, silver piece. Might get the silver piece. Could do with the money. Come on, let's waste no time in showing it to Father. It's time he acknowledged I'm right. This is where you've been hiding. Father, fancy seeing you here. I was just about to come home and tell you what I found the problem with the sun. I used to larping on about that. You could have got yourself hurt. And you, I told you to bring my son back to me. Instead you go off gallivanting with him. He's right, you know. He's right, you know. Ooh, clutch my pearls. Fine, I shall hear what you have to say. Go on then, Pauline. Here, invisible. Have a look. I have never seen a core like this in my life. I see no reason to doubt your suggestion it is feeding on the fire expected ether. So you finally admit I was right about the sun. Yes, however, that matters not now that I know how serious the situation is. What do you mean? Albert's already slain the Inala. Surely everything will go back to its normal now. I'm afraid not. If the artificial sun was under such strain for a prolonged period of time, it could be on the verge of combusting. Dun, dun, dun. We'll need to cool it post haste. It requires multiple soma cores. That construction can be found by Cockle's Forge. Please, we've no time to waste. You must retrieve 2 cores from it. We'll begin the process at Phoibos. Find us there when you've got the cores. Ooh, might just have time. Dun dun dun. Right. Right. Get on the old. Ba-dum bum 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 bum. What is it we've got a slain? Somas. have an orange one. That's one. Oh, don't let him get close. Come on, Albert, do your stuff. Got him. Deliver him back to Muscle Fret. Do. Ah, be just good timing. Did you manage to procure the cores? There you go, invisible ones again. Let's save our son. Why the black picture? Stop staring at the sun, Albert. I think we can finally relax. The sun is stable once more. Clearly we were so enveloped in our own research we neglected to keep an eye on the systems that allow us to live down here. I shudder to think what would have befallen us had you and my son not taken action. You have my thanks for saving us from disaster. Hey, Paulie! Well done, son, and I owe you something else, an apology. I was a fool to ignore your warnings. It's fine, Father, really. That's it, be gracious. In that case, might you be interested in helping find potential improvements to govern the sun? Of course, I can think of several already. Is that it? Am I going to complete the quest? Oh, I've probably got to speak with Paulie now, and he's going to thank me. Yeah, all done. I've got to speak with Pauline again. Where? There he is. Thank you again. Here's my reward. It's my pocket money. I'm so happy you listened to me and you decided to trust my knowledge. I hope our paths cross again and I have become a researcher in my own right. that's where we're going to end it. I don't think we've got anything else around here, have we? Move on to the next area. There we go. Right. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to my new subscriber, whoever you are. Much appreciated. But anyway, keep it short. Till tomorrow, peeps. I'll see you.